I'm back for my 5th video for bad sequels, and I have plenty more to talk about. And the first one is Halloween 3 Season of the Witch. Yeah, I would include the other Halloween sequels because most of them, well, almost all of them were pretty bad, but, you know, I'm not gonna go all into the other ones. I'm just gonna just do this one for, you know, everyone knows why, because a lot of people, well, almost everyone didn't like this one. Nobody liked this one, but even to this day, there's people who still don't like it, and I'm for one of the people who still don't like it movie. Well, actually, I never really liked it in the first place. But anyway, the main problem with this movie was just take off the Halloween 3 and don't associate it with the first two. Then it would have been all good. I'm assuming, or I guess. But I know what John Carpenter was trying to do with this one, like the whole like. Not every movie was supposed to be about Michael Myers, but he was trying to do a creep show, Twilight Zone kind of thing, like a different story for like I guess every two movies, because you know the first two were about Michael, and then I guess the next two are gonna be about this or something. But you know it failed and didn't do well. But like I said, if he took off the Halloween 3 title and didn't associate it with the first two, then I think it would have been taken a lot better. Now to be honest, I only seen this movie like once or twice, but I could see why, because I just didn't like the movie. It was boring to me, not interesting, and the plot wise, I just didn't care for it. And you know, the kind of funny part is that in one scene, Tom Atkins is at the bar, and you know, the TV's on, and they're playing the original Halloween on TV. I was like, wow, that was like, wow. React on that funny part. Next one is Hills Have Eyes, both of them, the old one and the new one. I like the old one. The original Hills Have Eyes was an alright, decent movie. I like the remake too. It's probably one of the better remakes, but the both the sequels were blah, no good, no good. And I heard Wes Craven made this one because he needed money, and I guess you could see that when you watch them, because the movie is not very well made. It's poorly done, bad acting, bad plot, everything about it. And it was just boring. Boring, stupid movie. The second one for the 2007 remake was bad too. Totally unnecessary sequel. It was just boring. I found this one boring too. And definitely nowhere near as good as the remake. And I don't really have much to say about it. It just sucked. I didn't like it. Next one is Troll 2. I know a lot of people say this is one of the worst movies ever made, but well, actually, yeah, I can see why, because when I watched it, I was like, wow, I've never seen a movie so bad in my life. This movie's just horrible. But now people consider it a cult classic, and you know, not to be taken seriously, but you know, I still find it one of the dumbest movies ever made, one of the worst. The first Troll was a bad movie itself. First Troll was kind of crappy, but this is even worse than the first one. Worse. And I vowed never to watch this movie ever again. Next one is the new Halloween 2. It's definitely worse than the remake. The remake, I'm mixed on that one. There's some things I liked about it and some things I didn't like about the remake. So it's like half and half. But this one was just flat sucked. And I could tell from the trailer, because I was like, this movie's gonna be so stupid. And it ended up being stupid. You know, it's like, you got Hobo Michael Myers, and then Sharon Zombie as a ghost, and then, Michael, you know, Laurie's like screaming, wailing. I don't know. It was just a poorly made movie, and you know, the dialogue was just bleh. Everyone's saying the F word every 20 seconds. Like, God, enough already. I mean, Rob Zombie just stop making movies and stick to music. Just because I think that's what he does best, music, not making movies. I'm not a fan of his other movies, A Thousand Corpses and Devil's Rejects. Everyone says Devil's Rejects is his best movie, but I didn't like Devil's Rejects when I saw it. And the next one is American Werewolf in Paris. Uh, yeah, this was a bad movie too. I caught this on Encore a few months ago, and man, was this movie boring. I kind of stopped watching halfway through. I just kept glancing at the TV a little bit, but I just overall I found it to be boring and stupid. Now the first one, American Werewolf in London, I vaguely remember the first one because I haven't seen it in a long time, but I'm pretty sure it's way better than this movie. And I don't see why this movie has 4 stars on the cover. This is not a 4-star movie; it's a 1-star movie because it's that bad, that bad. Next one is Jason Goes to Hell and Jason X. Yeah, these were both crap movies. But at this point, the Friday the 13th movies were just, they were totally running out of ideas. The 7th one was basically Jason versus Carrie White. Then the 8th one was Jason Takes Manhattan. Then you had this one, Goes to Hell, and then In Space. It's like, they were totally, like, running out of ideas. When you put a horror villain in space, it's the end of that, because that just means that the series is going downhill for sure. I put Jason Takes Manhattan in here, but I'd rather watch that than, I actually rather watch that than Jason Goes to Hell, Jason X. Jason Goes to Hell was, stupid, because Jason's in the movie at the beginning and at the end. It's like a possession kind of movie where his soul's going into other bodies, and, I don't know, I just didn't like that concept. I could see what they're trying to do something different, but, I just didn't like the concept. And it was just a suckish movie. A very suckish movie. And I wish they stopped saying the final blah blah blah. This is called the Final Friday. How could it be the Final Friday? Then they made Jason X after this. When they say the final blah blah blah, whatever it is, it's not the final one. Jason X was just crap. I mean, Jason in space. I mean, this movie's got ridiculous at this point. Just ridiculous. And, they should have just stopped a while ago. I mean, this movie's just it's just bad. Bad acting. Very, very bad acting. Bad directing. Bad story. Everything's just bad about this movie. No redeeming qualities about it. It's just blah. And, they should have, the people who made it should have learned by now, because we had Hellraiser in space. That was the Hellraiser Bloodline, I think the 4th one. He was in space. And then we had Leprechaun in space. Everyone knows what kind of bad movie that was. And then this, I mean, he should have realized that, if you put him in space, there was no good for the movie. But, they did it anyway, and it turned out to be a crappy movie. The next one is, Exorcist sequels. Not like the first Exorcist. It was a good movie. Probably one of the best horror movies, I guess. Yeah, it's one of the best horror movies, but the sequels were just bleh. Exorcist 2, The Heretic, was a poorly made, unnecessary, stupid movie. It was just stupid. It was boring. It didn't make any sense. It was just boring and stupid and nonsensical. And that's all I gotta say about that. It was just stupid. The Exorcist 3, I barely watched this one. It was, but I found this one to be boring. There's people that actually like this one, but I just thought it was boring, and I couldn't get into it. It didn't interest me, and, I don't know, I just didn't think, I don't know, there was no need for a sequel to The Exorcist. There was no need. But it gets even worse from here. Exorcist the beginning. Ugh. So it was boring. I actually tried to watch this movie, and I don't know what I was thinking, because I changed the channel after like 15, 20 minutes. It was just boring. And actually, it's not really a sequel, it's a prequel. Before all the, before the demon guy inside the first one stuff, but, it wasn't scary, it was boring, stupid, and I totally did not like it, and it just sucked. Stupid movie. But just wait for part 6. I have 3 more sequels I gotta talk about.